Now, would the shortlisted authors please come up on stage to, as I call their names, to collect their certificates from Harish Sethi. Here are the shortlisted nominees for the Economist Crossword Indian Non-Fiction Award 2010. The nominees are Taj Mahal Foxtrot by Naresh Fernandez, Brody Books. A Free Man by Aman Sethi, Random House India. A Free Man by Aman Sethi, Random House India. Congratulations. The next nominee is His Majesty's opponent Subhash Chandra Bose and India's Struggle Against Empire by Sugata Bose, Penguin Books India. Sugata Bose. This award is being received on behalf of Sugata Bose. Next nominee, Lost Loves, Exploring Rama's Anguish by Arshia Sattar, Penguin Books India. Lost Loves, Exploring Rama's Anguish by Arshia Sattar, Penguin Books India. Congratulations. Next is The Tinderbox by M.J. Akbar, HarperCollins India. Is Mr. M.J. Akbar here, or a representative of HarperCollins who can collect this? I see somebody thundering down the aisle or trying to. I presume you are representing Mr. M.J. Akbar because unless you got some major changes, you're not in. Congratulations. Then we have The Mafia Queens of Mumbai by S. Hussain Zaidi and Jane Borges, Western Books. Mafia Queens of Mumbai by S. Hussain Zaidi and Jane Borges, Western Books. A big hand for them. Huge congratulations, a nice picture of the occasion. Thank you. Harish would be most grateful if you could tell us about the judging and evaluation procedures that you followed in deciding the winner.
All right, let me start with the first correction, that my name is Harsh, not Harish.
Harsh Sethi.
Right. The second is that, I'm a little sorry for all of you because you've been served with the 3-in-1 rather than having to hear Pratap and Adam. I'm afraid you're stuck for the moment with me. I'm not as eloquent as my fellow jurors, nor can I say the kind of things that Supriya and Rita said about the process of judging and the quality of books and words, etc., etc. But I've been associated with this bit of non-fiction writing for some years now, including with this award. And the one thing that I can say is that over the 6 years that I think that this award has been in operation, the range of books has improved, and I think, as Kabir said, that you have a whole range of new and distinctive voices and different styles of writing which has started coming in. It's also made a huge difference to those of us who are in the business of either reviewing books or publishing books, if not writing them ourselves, because the manner in which we saw the idea of non-fiction has also dramatically changed over a period of time. To have Naresh's book, which in more conservative styles. You know, what are you doing with a book on jazz in Bombay with photographs? I mean, is this the kind of book that you fellows ought to be looking at, etc., etc.? Is fortunately not the kind of question that we are put to now, which is in fact a great relief. As with everyone, we had about 125 odd books to consider. We are now a little more professional about how to rapidly arrive at a somewhat shorter number to spend somewhat greater amount of time on. It always helps in the jurying process. If you know your fellow jury members, then the nature of debates are somewhat less acrimonious and somewhat more rapid. And in this particular year, it also helped that all three of us were in fact located in Delhi. So we didn't have to only communicate through email or whatever else it is. I must say that arriving at a short list was somewhat more contentious. You know, you keep on debating and how to come down from about 15 or 10 to 5 or 6 that we came down with. We are quite pleased with each of the books. And I'm not using this word saying quite pleased in a kind of patronizing sense, but it's really because of the range of questions that each of us, who as we get older become somewhat jaded, are forced to consider because of the kind of writing that we get the privilege of reading. So all in all, it's an extremely enjoyable process. And I think it's great fun. I think that you have much more, and including younger writers, who are coming to the fore. And there is a kind of self-confidence in Indian writing, which doesn't need to now speak to the potential approval of the West, which in fact was a marked form of writing 10 or 15 years back, which I think is a good sign, and hopefully the vibrancy that Kabir talked about in earlier years in its conversation will continue. Thank you.
Thank you, Harsh. I want to get back once again. May I once again call on our chief guest, Sudhamurthy, to announce the winner. Aman Sethi, for a free man, wins the Economist Crossword Non-Fiction Award. Huge congratulations. Aman Sethi for a free man. Will you share a few thoughts with us? Harsh, if you could give him the mic, he'll...
I suppose I'd just like to thank everyone who's helped me with The Free Man. Those of you who've read it would know that it's a book premised on conversation and collaboration. So I'd just like to thank my editors at Random House, my editors at The Hindu who supported me while I was writing this book, and of course my friends and family who were around. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes, sorry, I have made a huge mistake. Harsh is right again. Please read the citation for the novel that won.
Right, the Economist Crossword
Bad death races today.
Non-Fiction Award 2011 is awarded, as we were told, to A Free Man by Aman Sethi, published by Random House India. This is what my fellow jury members and I have to say about the book. It is rare to find writing in India that penetrates to the texture of individual lives, but at the same time uses narratives centered around individuals to throw light on our larger